Hi guys, we are getting ready to go camping at Mohican State Park. It's in Ohio. We love to go camping. This is the first time we're going to this camping spot. Usually we go to a camping area that's like close to our home. This is pretty far away. So we are getting ready to pack our car up and then we are going to take off. We are going to take our dog Survivor with us. But it's a very long car ride to get there, so she's in the backyard running off her zoomies right now. So the first thing we have to do is I bought this luggage rack for the top because I have the 2 bars on the top that I can attach it to. And it's cloth, but it's waterproof. So pretty much I have to get it up there and then I start putting stuff in it and zip it up. I can't just fill it up and then lift it up there, and it's weird. My dad had one that was just big and plastic. He'd put it up there empty and then he would just throw everything in it and close it. This one's going to be a little trickier. So hopefully I don't make a fool of myself. So are you excited to go?
Yeah.
Yep. It's your first time going to Mohican.
Yep.
Okay. So what is your job going to be while I'm doing all that? What would you like to do? Rest. Of course, he would like to rest. We've been doing stuff all morning. We had to clean out the litter box and feed all the animals and get the food ready for our friend that's coming over to feed them while we're gone. We had to make sure we watered the plants. We had to buy ice and pack the cooler. So we've already been doing a lot this morning. So you tired already?
Yeah.
How about you start bringing stuff out to the car? Everything that we need to take with us is packed and in the kitchen.
Okay.
So just go ahead and start bringing stuff out to the car while I try to get this thing open and figure out how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go.
Good luck.
Thanks. Kenny just dropped the cooler down the stairs. I forgot to tell him to let me take it down. It went everywhere. Ice went everywhere. We had to pick up all the ice. We had to pick up all the food. I had to try to grab little ice cubes in our ice trays to throw in there and popsicles to throw in there to try to keep it cold. We're probably going to end up having to buy another bag of ice when we get there, but it's all right. We got it all picked up.
this bone that we found. This is for Survivor to chew on the way there and just on the camping trip when we wanted to be busy. So, I'm going to try to open it.
Okay, I'm gonna go through my checklist to make sure I have everything that I'm supposed to have. I'm gonna jump in the shower. I know I'm gonna get sweaty once we get there and start getting stuff set up, but I don't want to be uncomfortable for this long car ride, so I'm just gonna jump in real quick. So Kenny's tablet and switch and charger for if it rains. If it rains, we'll either be stuck in the tent or in the car, or we have this new canopy we're gonna try out, maybe under that, but there's not gonna be much to do, so I told him he could have a little bit of time on that. Oh my goodness.
I got it open.
Wow, all right, put it in the back for her. That's her space right there, that's Survivor's spot.
Right here?
Yep, right there.
That is the biggest bone that I've seen.
All right, I have a charger in the car as well for my phone, and my phone's right there. Brush. It's in the bathroom so I can brush my hair after I get out of the shower. All the dog stuff. The only thing we need is the leash, which I'm gonna get that right now. All right, there's that. Her harness, her bowl, food, all that stuff's already in there. The food in the cooler is in there. Both of the totes, the roasters and pie irons, the grate, the chairs, the sleeping bags, blankets and pillows, the tent and the canopy.
I don't think it's enough.
Okay, go throw that in the trash bin up front and we'll have to open the box. Got the firewood. We are taking her shock collar just because there's going to be a lot more people at this campground than at the one that we normally go after. And okay. And if she starts barking, she's a Doberman. They're going to be like, there's a vicious dog barking at people. So it's just, if she starts barking too much, we'll just to get her to stop. We really usually don't need to use it. The only times we use it is like in a situation like this where we absolutely cannot let her bark, or like if my elderly neighbor or my elderly parents come over, we have it on her just so if she tries to jump on them to get lovings from them, she could knock them down. So then we shock her just to keep her down, just for their safety. But that's usually it. Dog rope. That's still around the tree. Okay. Suitcases, side bags, purse, binder. Okay, we need to get that rope from around that tree. Can you do that? And then I'll finish replacing the litter in the litter box.
I'll try.
Okay, so I'm going to set this here. I got everything up there too. It didn't take me too long. It wasn't too hard to figure it out. Stuff was heavy. And I was up on a ladder. I'm not going to be able to be up on a ladder at the campground. We're not going to have room to take the ladder. So I'm going to have to just open the doors and try to stand on it. I'm not going to have all that firewood. So it should be easier to get the stuff up there. We'll just put this in the back. Your pillow and all the blankets are there next to you too. All right, we got a nice box here we can maybe use later for something. I'm going to put that in the garage.
I need help.
There. You need help?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come help you. We're good to go. Okay, yay, we did it. So we will let you guys know when we get there. If we stop along the way, we might film a little bit, but hopefully we can just get straight there. All right, see you soon. Okay, we're here. We've got Survivor tied to a tree, and we've got the tent out of the car. We just got to get it out of the bag and set up. All right, we got the tent set up. So once we get the extension cords going so we can set up a fan, we will film ourselves putting up the canopy thing. Okay, so we've got the extension cords set up, so we're gonna work on the canopy. We got a fan over there. Survivor's been given her toys and water. We got a drink of water, so we're ready to go. All right, we are gonna start getting unpacked and get everything in the tent that needs to go in there and get everything like the firewood and stuff set up. So we'll show you when we're all done. Okay, we got everything set up. We got a fire started. We already started roasting some hot dogs. We usually don't use buns. We didn't even bring them. We usually just eat them right off of the stick. So I'll walk around and show you the campsite. All right, so there's our chairs by the fire pit. And the coals are burning right now so we can cook. That is gonna be really handy later on. There is our picnic table. Kenny's eating his hot dog, and I have a little journal that I put together, our camping binder. So he's filling out a couple of the pages. He'll fill out a couple pages each day. And it's also got some rainy day activities, like if it rains, little games and stuff that we can do. See, there's tic-tac-toe, math stuff, because he loves math, camping adventure, and then there's some scavenger hunts and word searches in here too. An adventure. So there, we backed the car up just a little bit so that we could see Survivor because we tied her to that tree. So we backed the car up, that way we could see her if we're sitting over there. There is our canopy all set up. We thought about putting the picnic table in there, but it's pretty heavy for me and him to move. Usually my dad comes with us, and when we move the picnic table, me and my dad does it, but he's not here this time. So we'll just take our chairs in there, and we can take the totes from the back of the car and put them in there. And then there is our tent all set up. So yeah, that's our campsite. So, all right, well, if we do anything tonight, we'll let you know. Okay, so we went exploring a little bit, and there's a really pretty area up here, kind of like on a cliff, and we're gonna go check it out. All right, this is it. So we come down here, come over the side, And it is raining a little bit. We really need to get back. So we just wanted to show you real quick before we had to leave. Oh my God. We realized as we were leaving that we had left the screens open to let it air out. So it was pouring rain and it poured into our tent. Luckily, it was just wet on the sleeping bags. The pillows were fine. Our luggage was fine. We had taken everything else and put it in the car and the tent. So the only things that got wet that we are a little upset about are our chairs.
And our sleeping bags.
And yeah, the sleeping bags. But I took our beach towels and paper towels and dried off the sleeping bags as much as possible. They're still damp. So we just piled all of our blankets on top of them. See, they're a little damp. I've got this up and the fan running to try to dry it off a little bit. The pillows were fine. On top of it, we've got his sleeping bag, my sleeping bag, our bath towel, our beach towel, and then a blanket. And then we've got other blankets over there for us to put on top of us if we get cold in the night. So it's not raining right now, so we're letting the air flow through here. I am gonna sit and rest a minute because it looked like it was gonna storm again. I think it is gonna storm again at some point, so we're gonna bring Survivor inside with us tonight. Also, it's wet on the ground. I don't want her to have to sleep on the wet ground.
She's not even laying down.
Yeah, she's not laying down right now. It's all wet. I don't want her to get muddy. I don't want her to be uncomfortable. So there is a little spot in the corner over here where we can just pull this back and she can lay right there. We had to do that last year at the other campground because for some reason I always pick a week where it rains at least once. Hopefully this is the only time it'll rain. I'm gonna look at the weather in a little bit and see. But
last year it rained literally every day.
no, there was one day it didn't.
Yeah, one day, only one.
And then a couple of the days that it rained, it didn't rain the entire day,
Yeah.
so we still got to do stuff. So I know it sucks when it rains when you're camping, but you do the best that you can. You just do the best you can. Don't get angry about it. We're still having fun. We're still having fun. We were panicking a little bit on the way back. I had put into the GPS Mohican State Park, and it took us to a random spot in the park. And we were like, wait a minute, what's going on? I should have said Mohican State Park Campground. Soon as I put that in, then it took us to the right spot. But so it was taking us even longer to get here. So it was continuing to rain and soak our stuff in here. By the time we got back, it had finished raining. So we were lucky that it was done raining and we were able to get everything mostly dried off. So I'm just gonna try and leave the fan running. I'm gonna flip these up more. I'm gonna lay down for a minute and relax, let my body like reset. And then if it's still not raining, I'll go out there with Kenny. He said he wants to stay out there.
Yeah.
You're gonna try and get Survivor to go to the bathroom in case she's gotta come in for the rest of the night?
That and yeah.
Yeah, we fed her real quick. I had Kenny feed her real quick while I was trying to dry stuff off in here.
It's raining. Oh no, it was just a drop.
Just a drop? Okay. I think what helped is that there are so many trees, and we did have a little bit of cover. So
And we have this tarp on top.
yeah, there
We're
is.
going through this.
See, this is screen, but up above that is a tarp, and the tarp does go out a little bit, so it kind of protects a little bit. But you can even see like here where the rain got in. So yeah. Ugh, it's been a day, it's been a night. But it's okay. It's okay. We're still having fun.
Yeah.
We are gonna go back to that spot. We wanted to get to spend longer than like a couple minutes there, and there are some trails there that we wanted to go hiking on. So we are gonna try to go back at some point. We're gonna try to go to the pool. There are other trails we wanna go on. We're gonna go canoeing, and if we are able to leave Survivor here without an issue, there is a trampoline, not a trampoline, like a jungle gym obstacle course,
Yeah.
but it's up in the air, like on ropes and stuff like that. We want to try going there, at least for a little
But
bit.
what if you fall?
You've got safety gear on and stuff. I was reading about it. We'll go check it out.
Like a trampoline under it.
I don't know. I don't know. I just saw a couple pictures and read about it. So we will film as much as we can, as much as we remember to. So yeah, this is day one.
Day one, very stressful.
Yeah, but it should be good from here on out. We got here late enough that pretty much we could set up, have dinner, explore for a tiny little bit, and
Like
then
2 minutes.
go to bed. So
much.
it is still light out. It's getting dark later and later and later since it's summer, so it's pretty late, but it's still light for now. So I'm gonna rest for a minute, and then we'll see if maybe I can come out and play with him for a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. If anything else happens, we'll see you again tonight. Tell me why my child came back to the campsite looking like this. You're pitiful.
Not that.
Turn the shower on. All right, that is our end to day one. We'll see you tomorrow.